Triple Whistle, the only podcast that talks about Genoa Cricket and Football Club in English. Powered by Genuani Siresta, our guests every week will comment the game performances, players, ratings, tops and flops, here at Triple Whistle. Welcome to Triple Whistle, the podcast that talks about Genoa and Cricket and Football Club games. My name is Tobia. I'm speaking to you from Edinburgh in Scotland, and today we don't have Alex Pugno. He's quite busy prepping for the holidays, but connected with me from Limerick in Ireland, I got Luca Laterza. Hello, Luca. How are you?
Hello, Tobia. How are you doing?
Oh, good, thanks. I guess the weather in there is similar to here. It's rainy and wet.
Well, we have a sunny week. We have a bit of a storm in the yesterday, but today is not too bad. Like we can't complain today about the weather.
So it's just a Scottish thing, isn't it?
But in Ireland the weather changes every 5 minutes. So.
Oh yeah, no. I think I can understand the feeling. Yeah. So Venezia Genoa, first game of the season. I would like to start, first saying that Genoa managed to win convincing for the score of 2-1 with goals of Portanova and Yeboah. But before talking about the game, I think it's great to mention the fact that 1,600 fans, probably a little bit more than that as well, traveled from Genova to Venezia. For those that don't know the distance, we're talking about 5 hours and a half, 6 hours. This is something I think, Luca, remarkable, thinking about all of these fans following a Serie B team.
You know that our supporters, they never let you down. So we love Genoa. We follow Genoa everywhere and anywhere.
Oh yeah, indeed. I'll say a couple of things about the game for what I saw it, and then I would like to hear your ideas and impressions. So I saw an incredible first half, kinda on the same lines as the game that we saw in Coppa Italia with Benevento. Genoa really starting full on, pressing all over the pitch, recuperating an incredible quantity of balls in the midfield. And as soon as we were getting possession, immediately going straight towards Coda, passing by Portanova or Albert Gudmundsson, and aiming directly to try and score. And by doing so, in the first half, we created, I've counted between 5 and 6 clear chances, of which, unfortunately, due to our famous bad luck, but also due to lack of personality in few elements, we only managed to score once. Then, in the second half, as soon as Genoa lost a bit of the rhythm, taken also the fact that I think it's impossible to run that much for 90 minutes, Venezia took a little bit of courage, and they managed to get a little bit more the ball possession. Without being dangerous at all, but you could tell that they were starting to be a bit more in control of the game. And at some point, I don't remember the minute, but thanks or not thanks actually to a terrible mistake done by our goalkeeper Martinez, they managed to score the equalizer. So the score was 1-1. I think Blessin did a great thing with the substitutions, but we can talk a bit better later about it. Because then Genoa with Yeboah managed to gain back control of the game, and they managed to score the 2-1. Then Venezia scored at the very last minute the equalizer, but was disallowed by VAR for a clear offside of one of their players. What are the thoughts about the game? What are your thoughts about the game?
Well, first of all, the most important thing is to start a season like this with a victory, and this in a way victory is like a double point, like especially against the Venezia that will be a competitor for this championship. So I think is very important. Is a very important win like this. as you say, the first half of Genoa was all over the place with our pressing, and we have so many chances. We just have, I remember, about 7 goal corner kick in just 10 minutes. Like, just to understand how much we were pressing. Like, and we had a few good chances to score with Ekuban. And we have a lot of chances to score. Then Portanova did a brilliant play and a brilliant goal. Like,
that counter attack with Coda passing the ball was really good. Yeah,
the first half, if the score was 3-0, was no problem at all. Like, we could win easily three goal difference. Like,
I agree.
But in the so we start very very strong. Like, but in a match you are not by yourself on the pitch. There is also another team, and they come back in the second half. They come back. They start. They also have some substitution, and then and at the same time, some of our player like Badeli didn't go too good. Like, so we didn't do too much pressure as at the start. So Venezia have a few occasions, a few chances. But if you think the goal that they score on a free kick. Was the free kick was from a silly trip mistake from Pajak, that he did a very stupid fall. Like, that was no need. Like, if you think about that. And then Martinez, I think he was too much confident on that ball. He went too confident on that ball. He was thinking that he could catch it with his hands, but the ball was
quite strong.
Very strong shot. So he didn't control it, and he bounced in front, and so it was easy to bounce in the net, in the back of the net, for the Venezia player. So of course that was a mistake, but for me it was too much confident on that ball. Like, and if you think in another occasion, a few minutes after, when another striker kicked the ball, he went with his fist. He didn't try to catch the ball.
To catch it, yeah. But I think personally, that's my idea. I think the guy is a bit rusty. He happens to goalkeepers when they don't play for a long time, and he comes from Leipzig, but he's been the second goalkeeper for almost 2 years. So I think the fact that also with Benevento didn't play the good game is because he needs to build back the confidence of being on the pitch.
I agree with you.
I've never been a goalkeeper in my life. I'm quite short to be a goalkeeper, but
is a position that if a midfielder make a mistake, okay, there could be a teammate that could fix it. Like, but a goalkeeper, if he make a mistake, is a goal. So
exactly. Also, when you're playing in a team like Genoa, where basically for 70 minutes, but let's say 60 minutes of the game, you barely have to do anything. It's really difficult to stay warm and focused. So when then Venezia started to attack in the second half, I think somewhat he wasn't focused enough to be in the game, and he did those silly mistakes. But sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah, no, we are talking about Martinez's mistake, but we were talking first about the game. Like, in the second half, they come back, and they have, after the good thing is that after that they scored the goal, Genoa, they showed the will of win the game, because they went back to pushing, and we created other occasion, and Portanova. Actually, Portanova had the chance to score the goal before the equalize. But anyway, after they equalized the game, they Genoa showed that they want to win the game, that is the attitude is very good what they show. Like if you think in another occasion, if you are playing a game away, you get scared and you retreat and you try to control the ball and don't want to risk to get another goal. Like maybe a bit of, you can get a bit of fear, like to lose the game. But no, Genoa show that they want to win the game and they push back. And also Mr. Blessing substitute Coda because maybe Coda was a bit tired, and he put Yeboah, and Yeboah scored a brilliant game. If you have seen the action, the play.
Oh yeah,
the way
he deserved the goal before.
Yeah, he went it in the box. He make a 2 dribbling on the opponents, and then he changed the ball with Gudmundsson, and Gudmundsson crossed the ball, and he did a fantastic header, and he put the ball in the back of the net in the corner. Like, was a brilliant action, a brilliant play. Like.
Which was very similar, if you remember, to the header that he had last year in Venice, that unfortunately, instead of going in the end of the net, went outside.
Well, if you remember that in that situation, he hit the ball with his front of his head. It was he hit the ball even better, like. But on the goal line, there was a defender that unfortunately he bounced it back. Like this time, he just how would you say it with the side of his head, and he just aim for the corner. Like
he directioned it properly. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. I would like to hear something still on the game about. I don't want to be critic at all. I'm really happy for the win. But I really didn't like much the way that after the goal of Yeboah, the team, instead of controlling the game, risked a little bit. I mean, again, on the goal that then they disallowed for a clear offside at the very last minute. Again, another silly mistakes made by the brilliant Yeboah. Gave them the free kick that then led to that situation. I think that the team has to grow up a little bit in personality.
Yeah, well, Tobia, I think that in the second half, before the goal and after the goal, our team went a bit first half, but they showed the will of win the game. But when we scored when Yeboah scored the goal was the 87 minutes, was 3 minutes to the end. So and the how do you say, they give 4 minutes of recovery time.
That ended up to be 5. Yes, quite a lot.
And then the referee add a 5th minute to the 4, and if you think like Venezia, they throw everybody in front, like all the plays, all the schemes were gone. Like in that situation, they try everything, and they didn't keep the ball on the ground. They just throw a long ball to put the ball in the box, like to make confusion and have an occasion. And of course, that Yeboah make that silly mistake, that he make that fault, that they give the occasion to throw the ball, to kick the ball in the box, in the middle of the box, and then there was that confusion that give the chance to put the ball in the net, but wasn't clear offside. Like when the ball was bouncing between our goalkeeper and Bani, our defender. It was bouncing between. That was a really confusion. Like I think that we should. I understand what you think. Like I think that we should keep control the time and kill the time. Keep the ball and kill the time. That situation, and don't give the the chance to Venezia to the opponent to throw
but
the ball.
Even if you're not capable, because maybe you don't have yet that kind of player that can keep the ball, coming the 87th minute, just throw the ball away. Just throw it away.
When they scored that goal was the 96th minute, was over the
extra time,
extra time. But I agree with you. We should control the ball and kill the time, and don't give occasion to the other team. But in as I said, I think in that situation, all the schemes, all the position are gone.
Also, we wouldn't be Genoa, right? Oh. We wouldn't be. We like to suffer.
But, in the sport, you learn from your mistakes. I think that Mr. Blessing will work on this situation, and will never happen. Hopefully, it will never happen.
No, I have all faith that the team will grow in this as well. Just to make a sum up, what do you think are the 3 best of the game and the 3 worst of the game, talking only about Genoa players?
Well, what I've seen, for my opinion, Albert Gudmundsson was the best player, and for the play and for the goal that he scored, and I will say Yeboah is the man of the match, because he scored the
winner, yeah.
And also in the way that he created the situation, like to bring the ball in the box, and then the header that he did. And another player that I like is Portanova as well. He did a good match. From the bad side, of course, we should say Martinez, the goalkeeper, for that mistake that I repeat, for me was too much confident on that ball. And the other player that disappointed me was Pajac. He didn't do much. He didn't see much on the side, on this position. And then even if he put all his best, and he always play and give the 100%, is Ekuban. Ekuban, he ran a lot, he put pressure, he do a fantastic job, but when he has occasion to hit the ball,
to shoot, he doesn't.
He has some
skills.
He missed
some skills. Yeah. No, I do agree with you. I'd say
play as like a striker,
No. I think on the tops, I will do what you said. I will choose Albert because he played a great game. You can tell he's of a different category. The second one you said was Yeboah, which I agree with you. He entered the pitch really with the right mentality, and he did a couple of very good plays. More than Portanova, that I agree with you, he played a good game. I think we have a wonder kid in the midfield. Frendrup is unbelievable. He shoot on targets a couple of times throughout the game. The kid is everywhere. He is everywhere. Maybe he doesn't have the feats of Iniesta, but my God, really, you can see him attacking, and 3 seconds later, running back, defending. I really like him, and I think we have a future champion in our team.
Yeah, on the bad ones, I agree with you, Frendrup. I like him very much. He don't stop. He's a war machine. He don't stop. He put pressure in the midfield.
A clever war
everywhere.
machine. A very clever war machine. And on the negatives, well, Martinez, of course. Pajac, of course, I agree with you. Even though Pajac, when he had to then push, it was quite good. It's when he has to defend that he could go in trouble. Also, I don't remember the name of Venezia winger, but their winger is quite good at pushing. He's a very good runner. so he struggled a lot defending. The third one that I didn't like much was Badeli. I love Badeli. It's a player that I really like, but I find him really struggling with the pace of the game. He was very slow. It's understandable. He's a bit older than the rest of the team. However, sometimes I kind of had the feeling that he was playing too soft.
Yeah, I agree with you. As I said, even the Badeli was tired. Like he was not in a good shape last Sunday night. He was not. He was better against Benevento, and also in the test match with Lazio.
Oh yes,
he showed he's very good. Like he played very good. And it was a bit disappointing. And of course, if he's not taking his position in the midfield, we lose field, like we lose
meters, yeah,
control
absolutely.
of the midfield. So is in a position that is very important. And last Sunday he was not in his best shape at all. Yeah,
absolutely. Listen, Luca, we have to say just a couple of more things, and then we wrap it up, as they say in the UK. What are your feelings in regards of the next game against Benevento? We might talk about it then in the future, but taking the convincing performance, how do you feel today, Tuesday, for a game that is due to be on Saturday? And then the last things, what do you think we still need to become a team that could kill this league, winning it by far?
Well, I have absolutely good feeling about next Saturday game. Saturday night we will play at home in our Tempio, our holy stadium, in Luigi Ferrari Stadium. We will have, I think, all the stands will be full with all our supporters. There will be I'm sure that will be an incredible atmosphere, and there will be a lot of pressure for
Benevento players.
Benevento, yeah. He lost even badly the game. So, but I don't think they will have any chance against us on Saturday. So I'm fully positive, 100% that we're gonna do a good match and we will win. That I'm absolutely positive about that. About the market is still open. We know that a few players are, even Mr. Blessing said that he expecting some reinforcement. We know that there is a player that is very close to come to play for us. Is Ramu from
Venezia. Yeah.
The deal is not closed yet, but it should be, and that is the man that we need to create occasion, to keep the ball, and to have a quality and the skill that we need in offense. And of course, we need some player. For my opinion, we will need some wing player, somebody on the wing,
on the left side. Yes.
Yeah, and if these are the position that we really need, like we badly need. So.
I agree with you. I think we still need as well a center back because of two reasons. Bani, Dragusin, and Vogliaco are quite good, but I'm a bit worried by Bani for his physical conditions. Playing at this speed, I fear that the guy might have one of his famous injuries. And secondly, we need a center back that is left-footed, because I've noticed also with Benevento in Coppa Italia, but with Venezia more, Dragusin is right-footed, so every time we have to do what in Italian we call giro palla, so moving the ball between the two center backs, because we have two right-footed players, that maneuver tends to be a bit too slow. With the left-footed center back, that can be a bit more fluid and faster. But we are talking really of little things that are not vital and important, but at the same time can really be the cherry on top of this cake. I think the club did a fantastic work over the market. There's still a lot to do in terms of selling players, but we are starting with the right foot.
Yeah, there are still 2 weeks, and always at the end, the biggest deal are
done.
closed.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree with you. Luca, thank you very much for this. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Hopefully we're gonna talk soon again, maybe with Alex as well. Would be interesting, having a Londoners, an Irish and a Scottish in the same chat. And Forza Genoa, and let's look forward for the next game. We will find our podcast on all of the usual social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify. And yes, Forza Genoa again.
Thank you, Tobia. Forza Genoa always.
You've listened to Triple Whistle, the after-game podcast of Genoani Si Resta. See you next week.